We're gonna shift it over to the NFL. We got some big games coming up this weekend. So we got a special guest joining us in the arena. Played 16 seasons in the NFL with the Panthers and Ravens, where he was a 5-time Pro Bowl selection at wide receiver. Also co-host of the 89 show on the Underdog Podcast Network. The man who once had to establish the rules and regulations of the game, which were 89, bottom line, Steve Smith Sr. Welcome to Gil's Arena.
What's up, bro?
We got smoke for you and everything over here. We appreciate you pulling up, man. Thank you for taking the time to hop on with us. So, Gil was the only person in the Underdog Network to pick the Commanders over the Lions. Are you giving the Commanders a real chance against the Eagles in the NFC Championship game?
Well, since y'all didn't have me on damn hold for the last 8 to 10 minutes, I was going to congratulate him, but I don't give a damn now. So, good job. He picked the team. Yeah, good job, bro. Happy for you. What's up, K1?
What up,
I'm a little bitter right now, dog. Your producer had me on hold. I'm getting here. I done rushed back, had some meetings. I'm real light-skinned right now. I'm real light-skinned.
His name is Steve.
Light-skinned with a not like us shirt on.
It's Steve shit. That's Steve shit. You know Steve's ain't never on time.
Just saying, y'all gonna ask me to come on, then you gonna put me on hold. Y'all talking about two old men arguing. Talking about man, no, I can't play basketball. Don't try to. But look, at the end of the day, it didn't work out. But Pippen doing this tour about how Michael did him wrong, man. Get over it, bro. I mean, let it go. Let it go.
It's hard to when your son banged your ex. It's hard to get over it.
Oh, shit, that too. God
Right?
damn,
It's hard to get over it, senior. Come on now.
That's tragic.
I forgot all about that part of it.
It's hard to sleep. Hey, lay comfortable at night knowing that, hey, I'm tied to this family forever in one way, and then you put this on my plate? Come on now.
Tragic.
I gotta answer this shit now? Damn, fuck, I gotta answer about the goddamn dad, and now I gotta talk about the son too? Like, come on, man.
Why you let both the Jordans in front of me? That's crazy.
Stop sometime, shit.
Or 5-second option.
You think they share a cup?
Steve, I got a question for you, man.
What up, dog?
You know, I'm with the Eagles this year, man. And I'm looking at my receiver and my quarterback combo out there. My two stars not connected, man. I need to know from a receiver standpoint, are Jalen and AJ on the same page? What's going on out there?
Yeah, I think they're on the same page. It's frustrating when you don't get the ball as a receiver, right? It's kind of like if basketball now, it's kind of like you're a shooter, you're wide open, but they just keep passing it to the center down low, and he's getting his points. And so catching passes, the pass game is a rhythm, and Jalen Hurts can be streaky at times, streaky in a good way and streaky in a bad way. And, receivers, we know if we don't get an opportunity to show the defense, the opposing team, the opposing next couple of games, whether it's the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship game, if we don't get to show a team that they need to fear the passing game, that does hurt the game plan for the offense because you're not really sure what to go to. And that can be problematic. That can be frustrating. And then also, to a wide receiver, you're sitting there on that island. You start daydreaming. You start thinking. You start assuming. You start obsessing about why things aren't there, why people aren't passing me the ball. So then you start to just build up a little bit of animosity. You get mad at the coach. You get mad at the offensive coordinator. And then you guys know nothing perturbs a specialist more is all the practice we do, all the meetings we have, and then we get in the game and you running the plays not to me, but you have me practice. And so then you just start to get there, you start to get hot. You start steaming. It's like, man, they made me run this route, they made me run that route, and they're not giving me the football. And then all of a sudden, you haven't given me the football in 3 quarters. Now all of a sudden you want me to be Moses and part the Red Sea when I haven't done anything for 3 quarters. And all of a sudden you want me to run a go. You haven't given me a hitch. You want me to run a slant and go. You haven't given me a slant. So that's where things can get a little fuzzy and things start to get a little unique and interesting.
Well, let's talk about the quarterback receiver relationship. How can it be perceived when your receiver is reading a book on the sideline in a game because he's not getting the ball? Like, how do you take that as a not only as a teammate but as a quarterback? That's, it's the hardest position in football because you have to delegate to so many different personalities, and you got your star guy reading a book on the sideline. Like, how do you take that?
So I would keep my helmet on and listen to music. Sometimes when you're not in the game or you're not in that groove, you got to be ready and prepared. And so if you're telling me reading a book is making somebody feel some type of way, at the end of the day, this is a business. And we're independent contractors that can only work in those 32 cities. And how I get prepared during the game, if it's not detrimental to the team, why does it matter what I'm doing? If I'm on the sideline and I'm reading a book or I'm doing this, I'm not distracted. I'm reading a book. He's not reading a comic book.
But Steve, if you playing with him and you producing and he reading a book, you not feeling some type of way?
No, because I also know why he's not producing.
Why is he not producing?
He can't throw the ball to himself, can he?
Okay. I got a
There
question.
it go.
I got a question. I was listening to
But
Keyshawn.
their passing game hasn't been great anyway.
Right.
So it's not like him reading this book is doing something to someone else. I mean, at the end of the day, he's trying to stay within himself and not go outside of himself, because the fact that he's reading a book is a problem. Let's be honest. We also, how many times have we heard fans talking about he's ignorant and he can't read?
Right.
So now you're mad because he can't read. So you got to pick and choose which one you want. Do you want the angry black man, or do you want the black man that's sitting there trying to get his zen, that's trying to get himself locked in so he could do his job? So you got to pick one or the other.
Yeah, so I was listening to, Keyshawn Johnson, and he said something about that he never played with the same, he never finished with the same quarterback he started with. And he had, 11 different quarterbacks in 12 years? So how do you determine who is a great receiver if the guy who's throwing the ball is not that good? Like, how do you determine, who is a top 5 receiver when it all depends on someone else?
I mean, that's a great question. It also has to do with you go watching film and knowing. There's sometimes you'll see a receiver get open and the ball is tipped. So does that mean that the receiver can't get open because he didn't catch that pass? No, that just means that the ball was tipped. He's still, when I played, I used to say, I would get frustrated if I ran a great route and I didn't get the ball. They say great route. I was like, no, that's not a great route. I'm just killing grass. Because it's only a good route if you have the ball in your hand and the same guys that go in Foot Locker that's on the football field that can get your J's, they're gonna tell it's a first down, right? They're gonna put the ball down to where you have gotten tackled, where you received that pass. So you could be a good receiver and have a bad quarterback. You also can be a hell of a quarterback and have some poor receivers as well. So it goes hand in hand. It's not like it's just one way. It goes both. Now, in the case of Cincinnati Bengals or the Philadelphia Eagles, A.J. Brown is a beast. The Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith, he's a dog. Dallas Goedert, he can play too. But also Saquon Barkley is moving that football left and right with the run game. I mean, he had, Jalen Hurts had 128 yards, right? It's not he had 128 yards because the Los Angeles Rams aren't very good. Their D-line was really good, so they had to find other ways to get the ball into the end zone, move the ball up and down the field. And that's what they did. And at the end of the day, it's not about a sloppy win or a sloppy loss. It's just about the win. That's what really is really about. It's hard to say that as a player because you want to be you want to be on that stat line. You want to have the 100 yards because they keep playoff stats. You want to have this, you want to have that. It all is calculated and kept up because when you come to the Hall of Fame, when you come to other things, the average fan is going to Google you on your stats. They're not going to talk about, well, he was on the championship team. I know there's some guys I played football with on teams. They won 2 or 3 different Super Bowls with 2 or 3 different teams. But if I look up how many catches they had or what they actually did on that team, I can't take away that they're a Super Bowl champ. But if you're a Super Bowl champ and you never sniff the field, then player to player, that's a little bit different. That's like a quality control guy on a team tells a 10-year vet, well, I got a Super Bowl, and you look up, that dude was just Xerox copying or faxing or copying papers or holding cards
And where Nick
for
at?
something because he's a Super Bowl.
Where the fuck is Nick
See,
at?
stop.
This is Nick. Damn, just a Xerox copy dude at the end of the bench giving water out. That's what I told y'all, man.
So his championship experience don't count.
Y'all stupid as hell. Yo,
Huh?
So I'm just saying when it counts because you got the ring. But I'm just saying when you're debating and talking about and exchanging war wounds,
Yeah.
you know, and I fractured my forearm twice and you got a paper cut, that's different. You know, that's significantly different.
it's locker room talk versus other people talk, right? It's what players would say versus other people would say. No, so first and foremost, man, I appreciate your honesty, man, what you bring to the space, man, from you being on NFL Network. You're always keeping it a beam with these dudes, man. And a lot of dudes have gotten their feelings over time because you're not going to sugarcoat it. You're going to tell them what you see, right? Because you did it, right?
I think so.
Yeah. But on a more positive note, I'm saying my Cincinnati Bearcat brother, I'm saying Travis Kelce, I'm saying we know I'm saying the season stat-wise wasn't what we knew it to be or could be. But last week had a hell of a game, right? You see the same type of thing this week? Or you think they're going to do something to double team him?
They're going to do something to double team him. They have to. Travis is, he's not as fast as he used to be. You know how it is when you get up there in age. Yeah. But what he has that savviness. He understands how and what. He's been practicing for a very long time with Patrick Mahomes. But one of the things that people don't really realize is Andy Reid is so damn smart and he knows how to get people open and he utilizes everyone. Andy Reid has a plan. That's what distinguishes Andy Reid from a lot of the other people is he always has a group. Sean McVay is like that, yeah. Sean Payton. There's a number of guys, now Ben Johnson, where they have a group of people. They say, okay, I want a fast guy. You know, I want the crafty guy. I want the slot guy. I want the tall guy. I want the short guy. They understand and they have specialists.
They put a team together.
And they plug and play their specialists. The teams who get themselves in trouble are the ones who worry about their system and don't adapt their system to the players and their skill level and their skill set. And that's the thing that always gets me is there's 32 teams, but not all 32 coaches or offensive coordinators understand how to utilize all of their people. And so it's just fun to watch. Sometimes not every team is structured with the same intelligence and wherewithal that some of the other teams are.
Speaking of intelligence, and we're going to let you get out of it, but let me just piggyback on that. Do you think the fact that once Travis Kelce played quarterback, plays a factor, and he knows what to look for. Like, if he was playing quarterback, this is what I would want my guy to do, right? This is the area that I would want him to go to. Do you think that plays a small factor, like just as far as the intelligence that he played quarterback at Cincinnati and he was forced to change his position?
I would say this if Travis was on the couch. I mean, no. Because if it did benefit him, his ass would be playing quarterback. Right?
No, he had to turn up. I'm saying the coach told him he already got his quarterback. If you want to get back on his team, then you got to pick a different position.
That's code for move on. So, no, I don't think that playing quarterback, especially with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a different dude. Joe Burrow's different dude. Lamar Jackson.
Well, not at this
Those
level,
guys, Nah, man.
Just period overall. I got you.
Don't take this offense.
I'm not.
Who is Cincinnati playing in college football that you would say that can help translate them to the NFL?
Oh, you're right. No, when I was, they weren't paying nobody. Oh, no. You're absolutely correct. Trust me. Hey, I spent my 22nd birthday in Boise, Idaho, because they wanted to go to the fucking humanitarian bowl my junior year. So trust me, motherfucker had 6 wins, and we had So trust me, I get it.
You played quarterback against Boise back then. That's a sign.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. It was just so I got you.
Well, Steve, we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to pull up to the show. Everybody, make sure y'all check out 89 on YouTube, wherever you get your podcast.
89.
89, bottom line.
Put it in the chat. Put the link in the chat.
We got you. Thank you, man, for taking the time.
Are you picking the Commanders this week, Gil?
Yeah. Commanders.
Good luck with that one.
It's just only teams I know.
Chiefs or Bills?
Huh?
Chiefs or Bills?
I don't like none of them.
But you said you was.
I had Baltimore. I had L.A. I had all the places I was.
They lost.
And guess who won?
Because you picked, huh? That's the reason. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like I knew what I was doing. Just pick wherever. So
I knew what I was doing.
I had Commanders because of D.C. Baltimore was close, so I got them too. And then Rams, I'm here.
I knew what I was doing. Eagles and Chiefs.
Eagles and Chiefs.
Like I said.
Steve, who you got in the Super Bowl real quick before we let you go?
No, every time I pick, if I pick the wrong one, people come at me in the mention, so I don't care. I'm not playing, so I'm happy to be there and happy to watch.
Oh, you scared? Say you scared, man. If you scared, say you scared, man.
I'm not scared. I'm just trying to keep myself out of jail.
Yeah.
You know?
Because he played football like I play basketball, right? Like that's. We think that. So.
No, yeah.
That's why I keep a lot of opinions and so don't say certain things. That's why I don't say certain things and about certain people on here, because he's not gonna turn the other cheek. He's not a turn the other cheek kind of a guy. So.
Next time you're in LA, we need you to pull up to the arena. But appreciate you, Steve, for taking the time, man. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Steve Smith Sr. Make sure y'all check out that 89 show on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sharing it right now in the link.
I think might be my favorite receiver of all time.
Should. He up there.
He's funny as hell.
Get it done.
Hey.
Pound for pound.
I used to work at the NFL back in the day. I would just go watch the clips of him mic'd up all the shit he would say that was embargoed, that wouldn't make it to the TV screen.
I was gonna ask him where he ranked himself in the top 10.
We're gonna get him on the couch.
What's so funny, the whole time, like growing up, I thought it was the Steve Smith
from TAB.
that made it to the NFL.
Different Steve Smith.
Yeah.
Went to uni.
That was the Charlotte one.
No, that was, yeah.
Okay,
Panthers and the Ravens.
Yeah. See, I'm over there cheering for him, thinking it was the one from the Valley. Hey, what ain't out there, boy?
Different Steve Smith. Yeah. This one went.
I don't know the other one then.
Went to SMC. Was I think played with Chad Ochocinco at SMC for going on to Utah, and then having a very, very successful career in the NFL. Appreciate you, Steve, for pulling up. All right, we got one more thing we got to discuss before we get to Mosley fans.
I was a fan on accident. I was a fan because I thought he was one of the Valley kids.
89, bottom line.
That was the other Steve Smith?
And he had.
There was another Steve.
And you was asked about the quarterback shit. Like, in all honesty, he had some horse shit quarterbacks for a couple of his career, a couple of them years in.
Hey, that's why I asked him the
Joe
question.
Jake.
That's why I asked him the question.
Old Jake down there, listen,
Because they went, though. He went with
89
Jake.
was still.
They went there with Jake.
Yeah, they-
89 was still, but he wasn't. If he would have had some.
May or may not have
That's
had
why I
the
asked
plays
him the
recorded.
question, like, yo, it's important the quarterback be on the same page. Because if I see you as a quarterback over there reading a book,
What if it's a good book?
I mean, the book is you sorry.
yeah,
That's
but you ain't
basically
gonna get the ball no more. You ain't gonna get that. Ain't gonna make me want to give you the
You
ball.
can't even throw that far anyway.
He spazzed out last year.
You ain't got no girls in that
spazzed out
book.
last year, so
You
he
ain't no
trying to
girls in that
spazz
book.
out
I'm
again.
good.
Yeah.
I ain't giving you
I
the ball.
respect
Oh, that was the
Like
dude?
you said.
Oh, that was the dude.
You
Yeah.
want the angry
spazzed out
black
last
man
year,
or
he
the
not trying-
locked in book reading?
Motherfucker over here like, shit, they
not
got me
trying to
running
spaz out
50-yard
again.
routes. He can only throw 20. This is crazy.
Yeah,
So-
that's crazy. That part
This
crazy.
is
Running them
crazy.
routes and you three quarters running routes, not seeing the ball.
Man, this motherfucker crazy. Got me up there
That's like
running the
running up and down the
ball.
court for a whole quarter, not seeing the.
Damn,
Like,
that's
you the
not-
number one receiver, and they script the first 15 plays, right?
Yeah.
They know the first 15 plays they're
That's
going
like you being in and
Right.
you don't get the ball the first quarter. You don't get they icing you out. Nick and them was like, nah, we're not passing to
Hey.
Gilbert. We're not passing to Gilbert.
Yo, there's timeouts, right? You got like the first 2 plays of the game. They drop the first 2 plays of the game, right?
Yeah.
They don't include you,
At all.
right?
Yeah.
There's a timeout.
Talk about the next 2 plays.
It's a dead ball, ATO. Don't include you.
And you don't get it. And you don't get
Right.
it. You will break the play if you can get it. You be like, oh, I'm
The
gone.
opportunity present itself, you gon' but
Don't
in
get
their, in their case,
Never.
you got to go run the route, right? So you can't not do it.
Yes.
The Quran.
And you can't not, like, if
Do it hard. You can't do it your
If it's
full
told-
speed. You got to
and if
do
you're
it
supposed
every
to block on this play, you cannot just like you have to do it. Don't get your fucking teammate killed
Fact.
if you don't. So now your teammate, because it ain't about the coaches no more. It's about these guys who I'm out here with. So now you really gotta
Every
keep
play you
going
can-
fucking hard every play.
Every
you
play
gotta
you
run
can
this
be a
bitch
decoy.
route every time like you finna
Every
hit this
time.
bitch.
Like you a decoy. You could potentially
Right.
be a decoy every play as a star player.
Like you about to get this motherfucker every time.
They did that to Quran Butler.
you know it, nigga.
Nick, it was they say we ain't passing this motherfucker the ball.
Yeah, see?
So it just for like 7 minutes. He didn't even get the swing.
Ain't even nothing.
No, they didn't.
That's
swing
AJ
it.
Brown. He over there like,
He
man,
had
let
to
me
call
read
a
this book.
timeout. Pass me the ball like I'm 21. Like, motherfuckers over here laughing like a motherfucker. He was trying to get the offensive rebound. They tipping it from him like this team ain't shit.
Let's keep moving.